What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is another episode of the Hendersonville League Cup. This is round number 4. On the left, we have Evan, and on the right, we have Alex. And we haven't seen both these players, but as you see it, Alex and he is playing the fire cards, and the only realistically good fire deck in standard is Volcanion. So you gotta be thinking he's playing Volcanion. He could be playing Typhlosion, but right now both these players are 2-1, so you gotta think Typhlosion being 2-1. I mean, it could happen, but realistically, not too much. Oh, it could be Incineroar, but I do think it's going to be Volcanion. Now, what is Evan playing? I don't know. I see a Mega Turbo in his hand. I see a DCE. This could be either Mega Rayquaza or it could be Mega Mewtwo. Yeah, that's big mystery. What is he playing right now? But both players are going to get 7 new cards. I do see a Flowstone. I mean, there's so many cards in Evan's hand that could be either way. Alright, but here we go. Both players do find a Pokemon. This is round number 4. Both players need to win this round to guarantee themselves in a cut. So we see that Evan is playing a Mega Mewtwo deck, and Alex, well, he starts Hoopa. That's never what you want to do. So we see a Fire Dew on the Volcanion, Flowstone to the active, Skyfield, and a Sycamore, discarding an Escape Rope and something else. Once again, I do apologize for this glare, but we're going to go on a journey and fix the glare, and you'll see what I mean by this journey here in a little while. It gets really funny in my head. I think it is funny. But we see a Trainer Smell. Alex will look at top 4 cards of his deck. Does he find an Ultra Ball? I see a Trainer Smell, a Scorched Earth. With Stadium cards, I know some people don't know this, but you're only allowed to play down 1 Stadium card per turn. So even though Alex had the option to grab a Scorched Earth, put it down and use it to draw 2 new cards, you can't put down more than 1 Stadium card per turn. And that's just the rules of Pokemon. Alright, but we see Alex, he does have Volcanions in the deck. I do see him as he is shuffling. He does have a Fire Energy in his hand, but does he have a way to play his hand down? I do see a Shaman, so fighting for going to the Volcanion. Was he a Shaman setting up for a 2? I think is what it is. Maybe, okay, yep. Oh, look at that. Perfect. But do we see a Volcanion come down or not? That is a $1 million question. Another baby Volcanion come down. That's not the Volcanion I'm talking about. And we'll see a pass on it. Evan's turn. Now, how does this matchup play out? Well, Evan plays Garbodor, which is not good for Volcanion. Obviously, you need those for your Steve Ups. We see a DC going down. A Shrine of Memories come online as well. Trainer Smell, look at top 4 cards of his deck. There's a DCE. I'm not sure what that one card was. Looks like he's going to opt not to grab anything. But once Garbodor comes in play, Alex realistically can't one-shot a Mewtwo. It has too many HP. It has 210 HP. You can't knock it out. It's like impossible. But Evans right now, okay, he has a Sycamore. He can discard his hand, drawn 7 new cards. And does he find a Trubbish? He did discard a Floatstone. But let's see, what does he find here? Okay, Trainer's Mail, Psychic Energy, Ultra Ball. So we see a Trubbish coming down. He does have a Shaman as well. He get Ultra Ball, discard a Psychic Energy, and something else. See what he decides to discard here. Going to discard a Psychic and an Ultra Ball to probably grab another Mewtwo or a Hoopa. The Hoopa can Scoundrel for 3 EX Pokemon, or you just go for the 1 Mewtwo. We are going to see Hoopa. Going to use Scoundrel. Search for 2 Mewtwo's. Alright, so 1. And let's see another Mewtwo coming down. Where's the other Mewtwo? And 2. Alright, so he does play the other Mewtwo as well, and he is going to put the Mewtwo. Oh, and here we go. We're on an adventure, guys, through the journey of Pokemon. Alright, we're going to get this side angle shot. And ta-da! It fixed the glare. Thank you, Rick Mitchell, for helping me out there. Alright, but Mewtwo, we see, but now we can see everything perfectly, so that's great. Trainer Smell, look at the top cards of his deck. And we will sit at this angle for the rest of the game. But after this match, we do fix the glare. It doesn't come up anymore. Okay. So we see a Trainer Smell not going to hit anything, and we're going to see a Shaman set up for 6 new cards. Now we still can see Evan's hand. All right, so here we go. We're going to adventure again, just to make sure we get everything in the shot. We see a Shaman going to set up for 4 cards. Okay, does Evan find a Spirit Link? He hasn't found one yet, and let's see. Is that a Spirit Link in his hand? Is it not? We will see a Spirit Link go into the active. There's nothing in the game right now besides Beedrill EX that takes away tools. So on Alex's turn, he finds a Volcanion X. You can put that down. Use Steam Up. We can see Alex's hands perfectly. This is really funny. Alright, so one Steam Up come into play. He does have a Lysander, but I don't think the Lysander can realistically take a knockout on anybody just yet. And we'll see in both players shuffle up and draw 6 new cards. Now, if Alex had double Volcanions and were able to double Steam Up and Lysander Trumpish, that would be perfect. Like, that is what you want to do. Turn 1, you want to knock out Garbodor that way. But unfortunately, we see Alex not get that, and we will instead see probably a Power Heater, which does 50 right now, if I remember correctly. I know Power Heater does 20. Fighting Throat does 10. Does Steam Ups do 30 or 20 more HP? I think it's 30, actually. Alright, so we see Evan. He does have a DC in hand, showcasing that off by dropping his cards. And we see Alex. Well, he's got an Ultra Ball, double Max Elixir, and a Lysander. Can Alex take a knockout this turn? Well, he already played a Energy Return, and he can't. Yeah, he has to be able to find like a Skyfield plus other stuff to take a knockout this turn. Let's see what he decides to discard here. Maybe the Lysander? And this way you can grab another Shaman. Double Max Elixir? Nope, going to discard a Max Elixir instead, okay. Let's see what he grabs here. Does he grab a Shaman? Does he grab another Volcanion? There's a Shaman. We see a Shaman in his hand. It's really cool how we can see his whole deck. I mean, that's it's really funny that we can see this. Alright, so I'm gonna look through there and see what's all in there. I do like Alex's Fishman, and we'll see another Volcanion coming out. So he actually, you know, he doesn't have a supporter card, and he's going to start pounding his Volcanions, but he could be in a bad position where he doesn't have a supporter card and can, you know, kind of lose that way. So we see a Volcanion coming down. We'll see a Max Elixir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and he does find 2 Fire Energies in there. Going to attach the Volcanion X, okay. And we'll probably see a Retreat and a Power Heater for 60 damage, putting a Fire Energy on that Volcanion X and the other Volcanion X as well. Alright, so, nope, gonna Steam Up again. Okay, so 2 Steam Ups, gonna Retreat, and we'll see a Power Heater for 90 now, and gonna put those 2 Fire Energies in play. But the only supporter card in Alexander, or only card in Alexander, is a Lysander, which could be very, very bad for him. So Evan is going to use not good dice and use those gold dice that we can't even tell what they say on them right now. So that's great. So on Evan's turn, you can see him counting his fingers. What is he counting his fingers on? Well, he's counting for Psychic Infinity. We know Evan has a Mega Mewtwo in hand because he did Hoopa for it last turn. Wait, did he end last turn? Maybe he did end him. I can't remember. I can't recall if he ended him or not. He must have ended him. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He's doing 160, which does it knock out Baby Volcanion? Alright, so see a DC go to the bench. Mega Mewtwo. We'll see an Ultra Ball. Go to discard 2 cards from his hand. Discard the Shrine of Memories and a Trainer Smell. Now this can either get a Garbodor or a Mega Mewtwo. I think right now, like, maybe grabbing just like a Garbodor just to shut down like Steam Ups and stuff like that is actually not a bad idea. But no, gonna go for the Mega Mewtwo instead, which, I mean, you can't blame him. You want to start attacking, you want to start doing damage ASAP, and that's what we're gonna see. You see Alex only have the Lysander in his hand, which is not gonna get him too far. You could probably license the Hoopa, and that's pretty much it. So let's see what Evan does here. He has 2 cards in his hand. You got Alex hoping that one is a in, but we see it is a Sycamore. Going to discard his hand, drawing 7 new cards. Now what Evan could have done is attach DCC active, hit a Mega Turbo, and took it a knockout that way, which is really cool. But then if Evan misses a Garbodor, then he puts himself in danger of a Volcanion next, knocking you out. All right. So let's see what Evan finds here. Does he find a Garbodor? I think, if I recall, Evan only played 1 at this tournament, like a 2-1 line. We see a Mewtwo with another link, so 3 links are down right now, which is really cool. Okay. We see Evan doing some math again on his fingers. Psychic Infinity does 30, or 10 plus 30 for each damage on each energy on both Pokemon. We see a Parallel City putting his Pokemon down to 3, which is really nice to discard your Hoopa and Shaman so they can be Lysander targets. And we'll see Psychic Infinity for 3, 6, 9, 100 damage. Now on Alex's turn, he finds an Ultra Ball and a Lysander. And man, I guess you just go for a Power Heater. But you don't get any energies. You see there's no energies in Alex's discard pile. So do you Lysander up somebody? And no, just go to Power Heater for just 10 damage. Because Parallel City is making her do less damage. Alright, so that's not good. Parallel City makes it do minus 30 for Fire, Water, and Grass Pokemon is the original starters. Shout out to Kent Anderson for teaching me that. Well, on Evan's turn, he's got a License. They're going to bring up the Volcanion with the 2 energies. Right now, he's doing 3, 6, 9, 12. If he finds a DC, he can take a knockout right here. Or an energy in DC. You see a VS Sticker in Evan's hand. Alright, so we see a DC going to act, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 190 damage to knock out the Volcanion, and now Evan is starting to run wild. I mean, Alex's only card in his hand is a Lysander, which is not going to get him very, very far in this game, unfortunately, and we'll see Evan go down to 4 prize cards. Alright, so what else does Evan have in his hand, though? I mean, we know one card is a VS Seeker. We saw him drop that. I think one is a Mega Turbo as well. We'll see Mega Turbo. Put his Psychic Energy active. Evan he is just loading up this Mega Mewtwo right now, going crazy. There's a VS Seeker. Okay, he's already a Lysander this turn. So I'm not sure what he's aiming for. There's a Sycamore going to his hand. Okay. And we'll see a Psychic Infinity for a knock. I wonder why he decided to VS Seeker for Sycamore. I'm not sure. So I want Alex is going to send up a Hoopa, and we see an Ultra Ball, discarding Ultra Ball and a Lysander, and going to grab the other Shaman. We know it's in his deck. He can play it. And can Alex take a knockout this turn? He could do 160. And I'm pretty sure that I can take a knockout if Alex can bump that Stadium card. But Alex has to find a Max Elixir, an Energy, another Energy, and a Stadium to bump. Maybe he doesn't need a Stadium bump, but we see a Shaman for 6 new cards. And let's see, what does Alex find here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 1 more and 6. Okay, there's a Fire Energy, double Trainer's Mail. Oh no, 1 Trainer's Mail. Does he find a Max Elixir with this Trainer's Mail? We see a Fighting Fury Belt. You think it might have to go on the Volcanion X, but he kind of wants the Volcanion X to have a Flow Stone so that he can retreat between them after he Volcanion eats. So we see a Trainer's Mail, there's a Lysander, Sycamore, Max Elixir, and a Switch. So we will see a Max Elixir coming down. And does Alex find an Energy with this Max Elixir? If he does, he can knock out the only Mega Mewtwo in play and set Evan back a couple of turns. Alright, so we'll see, does he want to cut or not? We'll see Max Elixir, 1, 2, and he does find a Fire Energy, so Alex will be able to take a knockout this turn if I did the math correctly. Alright, so things are starting looking good for Alex. He just had a Energy hand, nothing else too much. We see a Fighting Fury Belt going to the Volcanion X. Actually, he can't, no, he can't take a knockout. Yeah, he can Fury Belt, and Sycamore going to discard his hand, draw 7 cards. I think I would have gone for Fisherman here. I mean, I don't know how much HP is on that Mewtwo is the only downside. I do see a Fire Energy, okay. I see a Skyfield, so he can take a knockout this turn no matter what. We'll see a retreat into Volcanion X, okay. And we will see a Steam Up and a knockout this turn. Or maybe he doesn't mean to, okay, I guess he doesn't even need to Steam Up. I don't even know how much, like I said, I don't know how much HP was on that Mewtwo, or damage on that Mewtwo, because Evan's not using the good dice that I have on the table right there for him to use. And that blue, right there, Evan, just use them, but not going to. But on Evan's turn, he finds the Psychic Energy, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. He is not taking a knockout just yet. Was he a Shaman? Set up for 2 new cards, okay. Does he find a Mega Mewtwo? He's got a Sycamore in his hand. We see a Trubbish coming down. He's paralleled down to 3, so you can't put another Pokemon down. We'll see a Flowstone going down to Shaman, and we'll see a Sycamore discarding his hand, drawing 7 new cards. And does Evan find a Mega Mewtwo plus a Mega Turbo? And we see in his hand, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So that will be enough for the knockout. He could put down Mega Mewtwo, put the Mega Turbo, and take a knockout here, going down to 2 prize cards. Evan saying, you know what? Garbodor's good, but I don't need him right now. So Mega Mewtwo, Mega Turbo, and now he has enough to Psychic Infinity for the knockout. And this is why Mega Mewtwo is such a strong deck. Out of nowhere, Evan is now swinging a knockout on that Volcanion X, going into 2 prize cards. And if he finds a Lysander next turn, he can knock out a Shaman fairly easily. And on the Alex turn, what can he do here? He's got a Volcanion X. He's going to put that down. But to take a knockout, he has to play multiple Max Elixirs, and I'm pretty sure 3 Max Elixirs are gone. So there's no way this Volcanion X is going to attack. Alright, so that is not looking good for Alex right now. His only option is to probably steam up, play it in, put Evan down to 2, and just hope he doesn't hit a Lice and take a knockout this turn. That's like probably the best outs you have, but even then it's really, really scary. I mean, Evan has another Mewtwo on the bench. It's not powered up just yet, but at any moment it can be. So we'll see a steam up discarding a fire energy, okay. We'll see attachment to the Volcanion X. And we'll see probably, I'm hoping a VS Seeker for an N. We'll see if Floatstone will be attached to the baby Volcanion with the fire energy. Nope, never mind. No, we're not. Okay. I think you put the Floatstone on the Volcanion X, like I said earlier, so that way you can switch between them if needed when you Volcanion Heat. And gonna Floatstone, yep, there we go. We're gonna Floatstone the Volcanion X. And we'll see a VS Seeker for it in. Gonna show both players' hands in deck and draw 4 cards, and Evan will only get 2. But if Evan finds a Lysander, he can win this game by a Lysander Shaman and swinging for a Psychic Fin and doing 130 damage because it does do 3, 6, 9, 12. Even though there's no energies on a Shaman, you can still knock it out, which is what the crazy thing about this Mega Mewtwo deck is. So here we go. Alright, so 4 cards going to Alex's hand, and 2 fires, a Ranger, and a Trainer Smell. I think right now, if you're Alex, you just wait. You don't play Trainer Smell because you can draw 1 more card. There's a Max Elixir, a Salamence, and a Energy Retrieval. And no, those are not cards you want to see. And the reason why I said wait a turn is because there's really nothing Alex can get with this Trainer Smell unless he's digging for an Ultra Ball to get in the Volcanion X out. So I guess that's not too bad of an option. You can find Volcanion X with an Ultra Ball if he does hit that. But we see Max Elixir, going to find a Fire Energy, going to attach that Volcanion X. Does he have another one? No. That's his 4th Max Elixir. He cannot swing this turn to knock out that Mega Mewtwo. And even then, he would have to have 3 on the field with multiple Fire Energies. It's really hard to take a knockout. So we see Baby Volcanion coming up, and we'll see a Power Heater for 50 damage. Okay. Putting 2 energies on the field. 1 probably go to the Volcanion and 1 on the Volcanion X. Alright, so I think that's what you do here. You put 1 of the Volcanion and 1 of the Volcanion X. It doesn't matter if he Lysanders up a Shaman. If he has a Lysander, he wins regardless. So it literally does not matter about these energy placements. I think you still put on Volcanion just so you can use Steam Artillery if needed. And does Evan have a Lysander? We see a VS Seeker for the Lysander, bring up Shaman, and he will take this game. He can knock out the Volcanion if he wants to. He can knock out Shaman. It didn't matter. He had the knockout regardless. And there we see Garbodor. I think it was prized. You saw Evan flip over his prize cards and Garbodor was in there. So on to game number 2. We got to see what's going to happen. I mean, Evan didn't even get down a Mega Mewtwo, and Alex struggled there. Now, Alex did kind of dead drew there. He kind of played his hand down, only had an Lysander hand. Couldn't do too much with that. Now, on to game number 2, guys. I want to give a quick shout out to the Game Cave number 2. They're the one who sponsored this event, who had it at their store. It was an amazing place. It was really cool to see a lot of different things, a lot of different games going on that night. It wasn't just Pokemon. It was a ton of different stuff. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun there for sure. As you see on the other table, they did stream those rounds as well. We'll have the top 8, top 4, and the finals, or top 8, top 4 from their stream. I was able to record those, so that's really cool. So we'll have double recordings thanks to those guys. So I'll leave a link down below to the Game Cave too. But about this matchup, I mean, you gotta think it's in Mega Mewtwo's favor. You know, Garbodor and Mega Mewtwo just go hand in hand and kind of destroy the Volcanion that needs 3 energy to attack, and that's what makes it such a hard matchup. So here we go, both players are going to get 70 cards, and we see, oh no, Alex starts with Justice Shaman, and this, oh man, Justice Shaman starts never good. Alright, so both players are going to get 6 new cards. This is best 2 out of 3, and I imagine Alex is going to go first, and he top decks a Lysander, and that's not what you want to see turn 1. So floats onto the active, and we'll see a pass on Evan's turn, and let's see what can Evan do here. We see a Psychic go to the active. We'll see a Shrine of Memories coming down. We'll see a Trainer's Mode. Look at the top cards of his deck. Does he find it in? And if he does, will he play it? I mean, if you're Evan, you probably won't play it. But there's Spinning coming down, which allows him to Mega Evolve next turn to swing. Okay. And we just gotta hope Alex hits something because right now Evan's slowly getting set up, and it's not too hard for Evan to take a knockout on the Shaman next turn. So he's spilling onto the active, and let's see what else does he do here. Does he pass? No, gonna I forget what it's called. Cyber. It does 30 damage times the amount of psychic energy on your active. So I'm gonna do 30, and Alex hits a Fighting Fury Belt. Oh no, this could be terrible. You see a Skyfill coming down. Okay. And we're going to see a pass on Evan's turn. Oh, no. Let's see a Psychic on the active. Okay. Let's see what else does he do. Right now, he can use the first attack for 60. Is that what we're seeing right now? All right, so Evan, oh my goodness, Alex hits nothing, and he has a bunch of stuff. And we see Evan. Oh my goodness, Evan had the end in his hand. You see he did flash the end. I did have it, but there was no reason to end because you know your opponent didn't have anything. So that was so uneventful. Oh man, guys, I do apologize. Best 2 out of 3 are supposed to be ways to get rid of that, but as you saw, Alex's hand was going to be terrible for a couple of turns, which is very upsetting. But man, there we go, guys. There's round number 2, Evan versus Alex, and Evan taking a quick 2-0. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the last and 5th and final round of this League Cup. And guys, it's going to be an exciting one for sure. But thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.